To function and succeed at a truly continental scale, the 2024 Indian election must accurately process an astounding 980 million individual human inputs. Handling this volume requires a physical network of over 1 million active polling stations, each designed to funnel local data into 543 distinct regional outcomes. Before 1947, this system was restricted. Participation was limited to 13% of the population based on specific wealth and property requirements. Post-independence, the system was reconstructed around a single democratic axiom: every adult citizen, regardless of status, receives exactly one vote. This engineered logistical architecture converts universal franchise into a stable government through a rigorous nationwide verification process. The operational foundation is Article 326 of the Constitution, which grants universal adult franchise to every citizen aged 18 and older. This creates a strict parity in the system's data. One person equals exactly one vote, effectively neutralizing variables like wealth, caste, or religion at the point of entry. The primary architectural challenge is gathering these inputs objectively, ensuring the existing executive power cannot manipulate the final count. In 1950, the state established the Election Commission of India. It functions as an entirely independent constitutional body, separated from the legislative and executive branches. Its functional load includes registering political parties, maintaining precise voter lists, and fixing the specific dates for the electoral cycle. To manage this scale, the commission utilizes a top-down hierarchy. At the national level, it is led by the Chief Election Commissioner and 2 election commissioners. Command flows downward to the state level, where the Chief Electoral Officer oversees regional execution. The final mile of operation occurs at the district level, managed by district election officers and returning officers. This rigid, independent hierarchy is designed to maintain systemic integrity across a decentralized network of 1 billion participants. At the micro level, every local polling station follows a standardized operational protocol to authenticate each input. Before voting begins, the Commission enforces the Model Code of Conduct, a strict regulatory framework for all candidates. These rules prohibit the misuse of government resources, financial bribery, and hate speech, preventing localized data corruption. Inside the booth, a 4-step verification process begins. The first polling officer cross-references a voter's identity document against the official registry. The second officer applies a physical fail-safe to prevent double counting, an indelible ink mark on the finger, and a signature lock. The third officer verifies the voting slip, finally allowing the citizen to enter the execution area. The system also includes a none-of-the-above, or NOTA, option. This captures and registers explicit voter dissatisfaction as a distinct data point within the official tally. These procedural checks exist to mathematically isolate and authenticate a single input before it is digitized. The primary execution hardware is the electronic voting machine, which captures the voter selection through a simplified ballot unit. Each machine is linked to a VVPAT, the Voter Verifiable Paper Audit Trail, which creates a physical verification loop for the digital input. The VVPAT allows the user to visually confirm their specific choice on a paper slip before the record drops into a secure physical lockbox. After these verified inputs are aggregated, they are processed through a mathematical filter to determine the local winner. This diagram illustrates the first-past-the-post system, a plurality equation where the highest total wins. Here, candidate A wins with 40% of the vote. The system doesn't require crossing a 50% threshold to secure victory. The combination of VVPAT hardware and the first-past-the-post algorithm provides a fast, undisputed method to convert local inputs into definitive regional winners. These regional winners form the system's direct outputs, the 543 members of parliament in the Lok Sabha and the state-level MLAs. This direct tier forms the primary executive government, with the majority party determining the prime minister and state chief ministers. To ensure constitutional permanence, the system pairs these dynamic legislatures with a secondary tier of indirect outputs. This indirect tier includes the Rajya Sabha, a permanent house of 245 members. Here, the public does not vote directly. Instead, state MLAs act as secondary inputs to fill 233 seats, while the final 12 are filled through presidential nomination. The presidency itself is also an indirect output, calculated through a specialized electoral college. This electoral college is composed of a combined mathematical block of Lok Sabha MPs, Rajya Sabha MPs, and state MLAs. This dual architecture perfectly balances the fluctuating will of 980 million voters with a stable, permanent legislative backbone. The system has transitioned from a restricted franchise to a machine that successfully processes 980 million universal inputs. This massive scale is made possible by an independent commission hierarchy, localized hardware verification, and standardized election mathematics. These public gatherings demonstrate the completion of a decentralized calculation that anchors the nation's political stability. Every individual vote functions as a constitutional right and a fundamental data point that determines national development. Democracy at this scale is a meticulously engineered operation, sustained entirely by the participation of its citizens.